All right, so we finally reached that fun part where you have knit enough. We're going to start decreasing for the crown. So if you look on our finished hat, I'll do it where you don't see the embroidery. You can see those nice little decrease lines. That gives us a nice rounded top to our hat. So if you look at your pattern, you have two options. You can either follow the crown decreases as written, easy peasy, or if you're more visual like I am, you can also follow the crown shaping chart. Sometimes I like these because it's just easy for me to look at and do. So why don't we go ahead and we'll just go through the beginning steps of decreasing. So, and then we're gonna go back here and refer to it again. It's a 10 stitch repeat. So it's going to tell you to go ahead and knit 8 and then knit 2 together, which would be the same on your written directions that say knit 8, knit 2 together. You're going to continue to do that all the way around. So like I said, if you like written, great. Otherwise, you can just follow the chart. So we are going to go ahead and just jump in. And I am on my first decrease round. So we're just going to go ahead and knit 8. Let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got it. The next 2 stitches, you're going to knit together. And then you're just going to continue to do that all the way around. You've got 8 stitches right there. You knit the next 2 together. And you're going to do that all the way around the hat. Okay? Now, just remember that whether written or charted, on your next row, you don't see a symbol or it just says to knit even. That means you're just going to knit in the round 1 row without decreasing. And then the following row, you'll decrease again. And of course, since you knit 8 this time, next time you're going to knit 7 and knit 2 together. And you'll kind of see the pattern and rhythm of the number of stitches as you work on your crown decreasing. And that way you'll end up with a neat and tidy crown. And when I get back to you, I know there's a note in here saying when it gets too small to fit on your circular needles to change to double points. So I'm going to keep working on this, and when we come back, I'm going to show you how to work with double pointed needles. All right, so we are back. We're further along in our decreases, and you can kind of see how, it's stretching on the cord. So this is the point at which in your pattern it says to change to double point needles when stitches no longer comfortably fit on a circular needle. Cool. So we're just going to give a brief tutorial on how to do that in case you've never done it before. Now my stitch marker, which was sitting and riding around on the circular, I have now just used the light bulb pin to pin it here. So that way I still know where the beginning and end of my round is. So what we're going to do, and on this round, I am at the point, now remember this can be different for everyone, but I am at the point where it's knit 2 together. So you're going to start at the beginning and you're going to start getting your stitches on the needle. And you can just get them all divvied up on the needles. I usually like to just dive right in and start working. It's just kind of the way I am. So you can see the knit 2 together. We're getting them on here. It's going to be about three sets of decreases on each needle. So we've got that one there. Great. Now we're going to move on to the next needle. And we're just going to repeat the process. It's a little bit awkward to keep that needle out of the way on camera, but you can see you're just doing that. You're just knitting right onto the new needles. And that way you're just going to keep repeating this all the way around until you have all of your stitches on 4 needles. And then I can show you how to use that 5th needle to work your way around. All right, so we're back. All of my stitches are divided on 4 of my double points. And I made sure that when I was dividing, I'm always ending with the 2 stitches that I'm going to knit together. So it's really easy from this point on, and you only have a few rounds left. But we're on a plain round right now, so if you've never knit on double points, you're gonna learn. So we know that this is the beginning of the round because I left my stitch marker there. And we're just gonna go in with that 5th needle. If you've ever wondered what the 5th one is, this is what it's for. You can go in and you're just going to knit the stitches off of this 1st needle. It's kind of like playing leapfrog all the way around with your needles as you work around your hat. And that way you can just settle in and get comfortable with this 1st round. So we've moved there. Now we move to the next one. If you ever do this in public, people are really impressed that you've got 5 needles in your hands and you know what you're doing. I've had many people stop me while I'm on double points. So that's all you do. You're just knitting across your stitches as you would if you were knitting on a circular. It's just that you're taking them in 4 different bites on 4 different needles. And you are just going to continue with your decreasing as it says in the pattern till you get to the top. And then all the fun stuff happens that we have coming up. So I will see you when the hat's all done and we're ready to move on to embroidery and of course the fun world of pom-poms.